What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Live. What's up? It's your man. It's your guy. It's your host with the most. The Kung Fu Panda of physics. The Tony Stark of the trailer park. The one who knows the UFOs. RL Pool. What is good? Good to see you. I got a like before I got a person in here. That's the way we like to do it. That's how we bribe me. Okay? We bribe with the likes. That's how we do it. Good to see you. Oh my gosh. I'm so hot. I gotta put out these flames. Hold on. Oh my God. What's up, Garrett Darkstar? Oh my gosh. I have a king's thirst for the frosty brew today. Oh my gosh. Star Children. So, I didn't even know if I was going to do a live today, but my goodness, I have to. Right? Good to see ya. Yeah, so much is going on, right? Chris Angle. Boop, boop. What's going on? Welcome to the House of Pain. Drop us a like and make it rain. You guys know, don't you? You know what's going on. You know the behind the scenes. You know what's about to happen, don't you? That's right. RL is going to kick a little ass is what's going on. I try to be quite authentic with you. Now some people, they call that abrasive when it's directed at them, right? They love you for your authenticity until you're authentic with them. And then it's like, owie, that hurts. Yeah. Also, special shout out to the CIA handlers out there. What's good? The CIA handlers that keep getting handled. Oh, how's that feel? That's got to be a blow to the ego. All right. That's got to hurt. Drop us some likes on your way in, man. I need those likes. We're shipping likes right now. But hey, what's going on? Big stuff today, right? Like, wow. The government actually kept a promise. I almost shit a chicken when I heard the news, but I couldn't help it. I had to dive right in. I had to be the very first one to download all of the videos that they dropped in this first, release of the UFO files. And I had to just post every single last one of them today, working my tits to the bone for you. Huh? Who's the first one out with them? This guy, the underdog. The one that nobody subscribes to, the one that always gets that little bit less of attention. Still working my guts out, man. Giving you all of the good tea, the way that you deserve it. And happy to do it. Honestly, it was exciting to go through and to see all those things. I have all of the relevant files. There's a few that I didn't post. They're nothing. They're a little tiny dot way out in the distance that isn't doing anything. It's a waste of time. But the rest of them, holy cow. You see the thumbnail of this one, of this live later. Oh, that video is substantial. It is important. And it's a really, really good video. Very hard to explain. And the only thing I could think to myself was, goddamn, Neil, it must be getting tough to be a skeptic out there, man. It must be a hard work to be so obnoxiously out of the loop. It must suck to have talked yourself into that corner you find yourself in now. But that's okay. Daddy got the remedy. I've got a new project coming out that you guys, I think, are going to love. You're going to be eating it up with both hands. Yeah, it's 2 parts cringe, 1 part talent, 1 part truth. And if you can handle that, oh, step into the booth because I've got you. All right? I've got you, cradling you in my big, strong arms, guiding you through this world of nonstop horseshit. Am I right? You know, all these people, they want to tell you what reality is without experiencing it for themselves. I find that to be just absolutely adorable. Mm. Mm. I'm about 4 of these in, so bear with me. I don't really have an agenda. I'm completely unorganized. But I just wanted to get on and touch base. I had some people asking me to come on and do a live tonight. Happy to do it for a little while. I'm a working man. I work hard. I worked hard today. Got to work hard tomorrow. So can't make it an all-nighter. But we can certainly hang out for a while. You guys want to throw something out? You want to talk about anything? What do you got? What do you got? Hantavirus? Huh? We survived COVID. Now we're all gonna die of the fucking hantavirus, I guess. But if I could be honest with you, one of my other subscribers, shout out to Skaz Dimension. He's like, oh, I gotta prepare for the next, pandemic. I'm like, relax, man. I had a good time during the last pandemic. I don't know about you. I had a good time. When we had that shutdown for 2 weeks, I dressed up as Deadpool, costume, mask, real sword, and prowled the fucking streets of my city. It was great. I got to live the dream. Watch Tiger King. Oh my God. Right? I mean, I'm kind of nostalgic about the COVID period. I think we're due for another good pandemic. We could sit home and write terrible comments to each other and, trade bad jokes, wear our pajamas everywhere. I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was pretty fun. But I didn't get COVID till about 2 years in, man. I thought I was in the clear. Ah, how little I knew. Yeah. And actually, I didn't even get COVID until my girlfriend at the time got it. Like 2 years into COVID, she came down with it, and I ended up getting it from taking care of her. And then when I took care of her, do you know she fucking left me to rot? Yeah. Well, the joke's on her. I lived. The joke's on her. I made it. Yeah, I miss the quiet. I miss the quiet. Everybody's gotten a little too cocky since COVID, all out in public, breathing on each other and shit. It's gross. We need a pandemic. Keep us nice and sanitarily separated. I like it. You got to keep it separated. People are gross. Yeah, it's gross. Here, one to shake my hand. Ew. I know where that hand's been. You keep that to yourself, bacteria bucket. Women like, don't you want to kiss me? No spank you, Greenwald. Spank you very much. I'm good. Yeah, so I have a very exciting project. Oh my gosh, I wish I could tell you more about it. You got a little preview there at the beginning. You got a little foreshadowing, is what we call it in the biz. The biz, like I'm at Hollywood. That's how we do it in the biz. Like I'm fucking Keanu Reeves. But yeah, we're gonna take a completely different. We're gonna take a left turn on these people, and we're gonna throw a little entertainment. We're gonna throw some really good wordplay. We're gonna stick it right up Neil deGrasse Tyson's ass, buddy, because I'm so sick and tired of this guy. I'm so fucking tired of him and his nonstop mouth. Count Talkula is how I refer to him mainly. And this guy out here talking way out of school, man. Way out of school. And so We're going to just keep putting on the pressure until he breaks. That's what I'm doing. I'm coming to get you. And man, when I make it my goal to get you, I'm going to get you. That's the way it is. Um, and, he's not the first person, you know. We had those people, yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I'm the lawnmower. That's right. And, you know, people like this, first they say that abductions are a lie, and then they want to write a book on how to survive one. Like, what? What in the butt are you talking about? Say it's myth, say it's bullshit, and then say, well, here's how you would actually do it. Oh my God. Well, first of all, you know what I think? Okay, I have a theory because I read, you remember on the last live, I think, I was reading to you his book blurb on the back, the excerpt where they try to get you to buy the book. And two things stuck out to me. One said, best book of his stellar career. And I'm like, career of what? Name one fucking thing that this guy has contributed to mankind. Name one. Name one. Name a discovery. Name an observation. I mean, I'll set the bar real fucking low. Like, name anything. You know, nothing has this man contributed to society. But all he does is contribute to um, his own ego, his own well-being. He doesn't care about you. And I'm sorry that he's, hey, well, how did Drake say it? He's not like us, man. You're not like us, Neil. You see, some of us are traumatized abduction survivors who have been in the fucking trenches for years. And you some Johnny come lately who never even been there. Stolen valor. That's what it is, man. That's what it is for me. It's stolen valor. You don't get to write about alien abductions, like how I don't get to write about the black experience, right? Like there's just some shit that you stay out of. It ain't your business. You didn't do it. You read about that stuff because you didn't go through it. You read about it to see what it was like. Yeah. You got a guy who's the equivalent of a priest trying to tell me about, sex ed. Like, what? Bro, no one should listen to him. And I'm not going to allow him to participate in stolen valor. To be able to talk about something he's never went through as though he is the expert. He literally says, as your expert. I think it's sour grapes. I think it's sour grapes, man. I think that he's mad. Now think about this. Just bear with me. Think about it for a second. I know all the Neil Glazers out there be like, fuck you. Yeah, well, fuck you. But I think he's mad that they would abduct a peasant like me when he said, I've always wanted to be abducted, says Neil deGrasse Tyson. Of course you've always wanted to be abducted. Because you're a fucking idiot. And no disrespect. I know there's people who are like, oh, I wish I'd been abducted. Yeah. Yeah, you wish you have until you have. And then that shit goes out the window real fast. You see, that's part of me being an expert about abductions that you need to know. I've had people tell me, oh, man, I would love to be abducted. And then after I talk to them, they're like, oh, I hope I'm never abducted. Yeah, now you listen, you understand. This is not some fun experience. This isn't some ancient experience in fucking history. Like, no, this changes you. It traumatizes you. I don't even know how to really explain it. You operate in a different frequency after that. When you come back, you're not the same. I'm not the same. And people are like, well, why do you have to act this way and be so immature and say curse words and call them names? You know why? Because I am a high-functioning autistic person with savant-like traits who is suffering from complex PTSD from multiple decades of fucking trauma. I feel like I've earned the right to say whatever the fuck I want. I'll drink what I want, say what I want, fuck who I want, eat what I want, do what I want for the rest of my life. And no one has the right to try to tell me differently. I've earned this right. And you know how I earned it? By surviving, by not putting a gun into my mouth and blowing the back of my goddamn head off. And instead, I took that trauma, that pain, that ontological shock, that violation, and I have somehow managed to forge it with nothing more than my fucking will into a beautiful gift that I hand to you for free. If you want to disrespect that gift, then you are not worthy of my time or my respect. And anyone who disagrees with me, feel free to, what's the thing? Oh, yeah, go fuck yourself. That's what it is. I don't care. I say what I want to say. I say the truth. I tell you the truth. I've told you all along. And do you remember my post of the checklist of here's all the stuff I told you. Here's all the things that's coming out, right? And oh my God, a point for point match down the line. Point for point. I can't miss. Nostradamus could take lessons from me because I've been telling y'all all along. And there's a couple of biggies still waiting, a couple of boxes yet to be checked, but they're in line. They're going to happen. And one of those things that's going to happen is that when they tell you, when they disclose, people are who, especially I think religious people, they're going to have a very, very rough adjustment period. Yeah. Because just because you've been told something all your life doesn't make it so. And sometimes there is no Santa Claus. Sometimes the Easter Bunny is, well, it's just your mom. And the people who insist on making aliens out to be demons or angels or that it's all good, it's not all good. It's not all good. Yeah, it's not all good. Because these beings, I hate to say it, they don't care about you. They don't care about me. They might try to, even people who are abducted, they might paint you a rosy picture, but it's not the truth. You know, somebody asked me a very important question. And I was like, you know what, man, that's fair. Like I deserve to answer that question. They said, well, you said they told you all these things. Do you believe them? Do you think they're telling you the truth? And I was like, you know, that's the thing. These beings, they told me the truth. But I'm smart enough to know they didn't tell me the whole truth. There's parts of it that they have not told me because it's simply mission critical information that they're not going to share because I might play a part in either disseminating an unpopular message or I might personally be able to influence the outcome. So why tell me, right? And they told me that they're trying to save their species. They told me that they made a deal with our government. They told me that they're the ones who created us. They told me, yeah. So that they said not created us from like a cell in a lab, but they took our primitive ancestors and they tweaked us and then they observed and it kind of sucked. So they tweaked us again and they observed and we still kind of sucked. And then they added their genetics to ours. And now, oops, you get troublemakers like me. Yeah. And uh, we can see the sudden change, the abrupt change in our genetic line at that time. I mean, people born with pale skin, blue eyes. They try to say, "Oh, well, this is so humans could, I don't know, absorb more vitamin D." I tell you what, I think you're absorbing some vitamin D, all right, if you believe that story. Yeah. I love these people who are willing to believe these bullshit explanations. No knowledge of genetics whatsoever. Their knowledge of genetics stopped with the peas. You remember doing the pea genetics? The genetic of peas. And they're like, if you cross this pea and this pea, what kind of pea will you get? Like that little box, that's the range of their genetic acumen. Fully willing to buy into just whatever makes them feel better. That's the only thing they care about, is soothing their feelings and confirming their horseshit beliefs. But they're God. Sorry. It sucks. Spoiler alert. You gonna get to heaven and ain't nobody gonna be there. Sorry. Because they're the ones. That story that you were reading in the Bible, this was a very primitive people who had no idea about science, who didn't even have a word for extraterrestrials, who were doing the best they could to try to take all of this in and put it in a way they could understand. And when you don't have science, the way that you explain things is through superstition, right? What was that noise? Maybe it was a ghost. It's a cat. You just don't see the cat, so you think it's a ghost, right? It's not a ghost. You're just lonely, right? But we have to be willing to hear something different than what we've been told, especially when there's evidence to back it up, especially when people are coming back with information from these abduction experiences. We are your first, best, and last line of defense against what's happening. And while we have been shunned by society for decades upon decades, I have a feeling I have a feeling that there are certain abductees who are probably seen as national security assets. You know how I know? Because they're assigned handlers. Some attractive person who just suddenly appears in their life, who is obsessively interested in them and just loves them and just, blah, blah, blah. And then they try to tell them things like, you know, you should go on that podcast. I should. Why is that? Oh, I don't know. I just have a good feeling about it. Yeah, okay. Okay. Right there. Busted. Gotcha. And now the rest of the time, I just been playing games with people. Okay. That's how you feel? Okay. You're going to try to tell me what to do. I think I've been doing this long enough. I know what to do. I don't need any career advice from someone I met 3 months ago. Suddenly you're going to start trying to creep in and take control. I don't think so. Good try, though. Good try. Never surprises me the arrogance of intelligence services. No, I really mean it. When they say their intelligence, I feel like it's ironic in a way because they think they're more intelligent than everyone. And they're wrong. They're wrong. They get hoisted by their own petard, if you will. Tonight's live is brought to you by Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, which is nice until New Year's, and then all you can afford is the beer of champagnes. That's not so great. Ah, tasty, tasty suds. Get it in you. Driver India. Is anybody else? This is random as shit. Is anybody else a big Trailer Park Boys fan? Does anybody else watch that show? I happen to adore Trailer Park Boys. They got me through. They got me through my son's death. Honestly, that show. All I did was I sat at home and I drank and I did every drug I could get my hands on, and I watched the Trailer Park Boys. That was it. And I mean, that was my life, you know? That's all I could do was I just sat there and just watched the show and watch these characters and their goofy schemes. Um, oh, hey, Garrett, thanks, man. On Amazing Fantasy 15. Guys, Garrett is doing this recreation of Amazing Fantasy 15. This is the origin story of Spider-Man for those of you who are comic illiterate. Shame on you. Uh, but I'm actually featured in it. I think I get like 3 lines in there. And I love it. What's funny is here's what you don't know, Garrett, is you're like, hey, could you just say these few lines for me? Can you just do this? I think what I'm what the security guard or the something like that, the police chief. I think I'm the police chief or something. And you're like, here, all I want are like these like 4 lines. And I'm like, yeah, cool, man, no problem. Right on the surface. Then inside, I'm like, I must prepare for this role. And I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm saying the lines into the microphone, and then I'm like, that's terrible. That's garbage. What's wrong with you? Method, man. Come on, get into it. I put a lot of pressure on myself for you, G. I really did, man. Uh, but I'm really honored that you asked me. And it was fun. It's fun. Would love to be a voice actor. Oh my gosh, isn't wouldn't that be a dream come true? Yeah. I love people like Hank Azaria, and guys like that who are just so unbelievably talented. But anyway, to get back to my Trailer Park voice thing, um, one of the voices I can do and I can do very consistently is that of my favorite character in the whole show, and his name is Bubbles. If you have not seen the Trailer Park Boys, you have not lived. I can tell you that. Yes, I've been abducted by aliens and I've had all kinds of crazy, wild, true experiences. It all came together for me once I watched the Trailer Park Boys. So Bubbles is my favorite character. And he talks like this and he loves the kitties. He wears these big thick glasses, and he has the sweetest heart and he's really the smartest one in the entire show. And I love the way he talks. It makes my heart swell up when I hear him talk. And it's like, Ricky, Julian, we need to talk right now. I love it. And then my second favorite character is Mr. Leahy, bud. Little drinky poo, bud. He's the manager of the supervisor of the trailer park. And he's like an older, kind of bitter, jaded alcoholic. And he's always drunk, always drinking. And he just has a little drinky poo for courage, bud. For courage. But anyway, I highly recommend the show. Something about it. It's like slowly over time, it just kind of filled the cracks in my heart. It let me know we're all flawed. We're all a little bit fucked up out here. You know, we all have problems, but we're still all people. We still have things that we want, that we love, that we care about, that we try for, and that for our flaws, many of us still have some form of heroism in us, that we're flawed, but we try anyway, that we have our weaknesses, but we have our strengths. Yeah. And I never, no matter what relationship I was in or anything, I never wanted a perfect person. I wanted the opposite. I didn't want like a super fucked up person, but I wanted somebody who I could say, hey, they're not perfect, but look at them go. Look at them try. Look at them be real with themselves. Look at them work at that, because I'm the same way. I can do incredible things. I can do things that literally no one on the planet can do. I can also be the biggest idiot at times, just oblivious, stupid. Sometimes a little on the mean side if someone wants to provoke me. Like, not nice people. If you're nice to me, I'm gonna be nice to you. If you respect me, I'm gonna respect you. If you disrespect me, I'm that pit bull that needs you, man. Don't let me get off the chain, because once I start biting your ass, it's gonna taste real good to me. You have a hard time getting me off of you. So that's the part of myself I work on. Not that I will never like go out of my way to like intentionally disrespect someone who's done nothing to me. What's the point of that? Right? Hercules from the sand line. Yeah, hey, come on, man. Your references are wild. Everyone knows that. Your references are out of sight. Um, but yeah, I'm not here to play games, you know. I'm here to try to do good stuff for people. For nothing, by the way. For nothing. I don't get paid for this. You know, I sell a few books every month. Okay. That that doesn't cover my beer budget, let alone anything else in my life. This isn't for money. This is for legacy, because I'm one of those people. I am awesomely broken. And so are you. So are you. Find it. You know, like my man Garrett, Lil Bro. He found his thing, man. And he's deep in it, man. He's fucking way in it. And I love it, right? Look at my girl Chris. Chris gets up every day trying to make the world a prettier place, trying to style the hair of these Ugmos out here, trying to just, oh my God, honey, and get them out there, you know, get them back out in the world. Help these people, right? We're all doing our part. And I admire that. Us little people. Yeah. We're the ones who do we're the ones who do the work, the heavy lifting. We're the ones who try, you know? We're all amazing as individuals. That's right. You know, for me, that's how I see people. It's like George Carlin said, it's when people begin to clot, when they begin to group up, when they get into cliques, you know, when they start wearing little armbands together and the same color hat and shit, people become fucking toxic, right? We see it over and over. And no matter how much I want you to be a part of this gang, this group, this this hardcore group of truth slammers, I never want you to lose your individuality. Everyone that I love, everyone that I like, it's not because you're perfect. It's because you're not. You know, they say we like people for their qualities, but we love them for their flaws, right? And that's how I feel about you guys. We're not. We're not perfect. And be wary of anyone who pretends to be. Well, I do this and I do that, and I've been there and I've done this. Yeah, yeah. Tell me about the last stupid thing you've done. Because that's the shit that's interesting to me. Yeah. Most of the time when I'm telling like stories about my life to someone or sharing things, they're about stupid things. They're about things that are funny, hilarious, embarrassing, just outright like, how the hell? How did I get this Mensa ring? Doing things the way I've done them, right? And that's where the good stuff is. And too few people seem to appreciate that. Hmm. But apparently not you, both of you who are here. Look at these numbers, man. People are like, how come you don't uh how come you don't have like 1 million subscribers? I don't know. I don't know, man. I think it's because I talk real. Is real selling a lot right now? Because that isn't my experience. Do you see real on Instagram? I don't. Do you see it on Facebook? I don't. I don't see it on YouTube anymore. I don't. I see a bunch of fake ass fakes trying to uh encourage other fake ass fakers to join up with them. And man, there seems to be a lot of them motherfuckers in the world, man. There seem to be a lot of them. And while I may not always be beautiful, the one thing that should always be beautiful about me is that I'm real, and I'll always be real. I don't even know how to be another way. I'm a Gen X high functioning autistic person. Like, ugh. I am the seat of fucking reality. It doesn't mean I'm always right. Okay. But it means I'm always trying to be. I care when I'm not. And I care so much about the truth that I could throw my ego aside and say, hey, guys, I messed up. That was wrong. I said that and that was a mistake. Let me tell you the good. Let me tell you what's right here on this, you know? And this is why people like your your little bitch ass peon man Dan, stuff like this. That's why they won't debate me, because when I land a point that they can't weasel their little ass out of, they won't say, "Oh, you know, no, that's a valid point. No, no, I see what you're saying." They can't do it. They can't do it. Their fucking ego eats at them. This is why Neil deGrasse Tyson, these guys, they're all cut from the same cloth. And I'm not. I was woven into the golden fleece, man, because I cannot do that. If if I were, it's the same thing as when I was in the tough man contest. You know, I think a lot of people when they go in to go like fight other people for the first time in like years, you know, they would say, "Oh my god, all I want to do is win. All I want to do is win." Right? That wasn't my mindset. I told myself as I was sitting there, I'm sitting there looking around at all the other guys that I'm going to be fighting, and I thought to myself, Jesus, there's some tough looking bastards in here, man. If one of these guys happened to get the better of me, I'm going to be a gentleman. I'm going to do what I would want done for me, and I'm going to honor them, and I'm going to acknowledge their victory. I'm going to congratulate them. I'm going to raise their hand myself. And guess what? I never had to worry about it because, you know, old Squeezy and Grabby here, they got him. But I was prepared. I was prepared to die, just like the Hagakure says. The samurai who goes into battle hoping to live will surely die. The samurai who goes into battle knowing that he's dead, he'll walk out on top of all of the bodies because I've already died in my mind. You understand? I've already died. So I don't have an ego left to save. These people are all, oh, my ego, oh, my subscribers, oh, this, oh, that. They don't know what's really important in the world, man. No one. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you a little secret, okay? The day, and I hate to say this, but it's true, the day that Neil deGrasse Tyson dies, so does his legacy. The day that Man Dan dies, so does his legacy. His legacy. Of what? People aren't going to be like, round earth advocate Man Dan. Like, the man is fighting a fight that's already been fought and won. It doesn't matter now, like astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, who seems to never be interested in the field of astrophysics or doing anything, has passed away, and they will be seen as what they are. They are turnkey celebrities. That's all they are. Just stick a light on them and a microphone in their face, and they're going to try to say something. Importance and gravitas may vary, but they're going to try because they want your attention and your subscription, and they want you to, oh, please, please buy this fake title from me so that people may call you Lord or Lady. Look at Neil's channel over there, schlepping stuff. What am I selling? Reality. Reality. And that is not a popular product. Okay? I might as well be, um, you know, selling fur coats at a nudist camp over here. This guy, I got it all wrong, man. I don't know what I'm doing. They think I'm the dumb one. They think I'm the one who doesn't get it because I didn't sell out, because I don't care about sponsorships. Nobody's ever going to sponsor this channel. If you ever see me hold up a fucking product or do some horrible segue, some weird, awkward segue into, VPN or some shit, don't you ever listen to me again. Don't you ever trust me. You walk right away from me because that's what I would deserve. I cannot be bought, bullied, or reasoned with. You understand? It's never going to happen. I handle the CIA handlers. I surveil the surveillance. I bring you the truth. And it doesn't cost a fucking thing, man. Not to you. Because truth should be for the listening and nothing else. Right? But hey, we don't live in the time of the samurai. We live in the time of the ninjas, man. Ninjas don't have any rules. Ninjas have no code. Ninjas will cut your throat in your fucking sleep. I'm a samurai. Samurais do not do such things. And I would never lower myself after being a samurai my whole life to being a fucking ninja now. No, thank you. You see, they look like they have the advantage. They look like they're winning, but they're not. Neil deGrasse Tyson, the horse's ass that he is, and he he's about to blow up. His bubble is about to burst. Well, I just keep on trucking on down the fucking tracks, baby. You can't stop this train. You can't stop it because I'm on the truth train and I'm the conductor. Whoop, whoop. And y'all are just hopping on board as I come through. Come on, get on. Because I'm the truth train and he's made out of melon. Bah, when we hit, it's over with. And reality is barreling down on him at an ever increasing rate. Have you noticed? I mean, look at, he was on some podcast, Mayim Bialik, fucking Blossom, the ugly girl that used to wear the hat in the show. That's all I know her as, is Blossom. I guess she has like a PhD now too, and she's all hoity-toity about it. It's like, big fucking deal. I was married to a PhD, okay? Let me tell you how smart a PhD is. I'll tell you this little anecdote, and then I'm going to wrap up because I am in dire need of libation. I remember us sitting on the bed, and on my bed I had an alarm clock, digital, yeah, and sitting there playing video games, Mortal Kombat or something, And she said, I think your clock's broken. And I was like, why? And she said, I don't know. Sometimes it just like reads weird. It'll be like EBL or something weird like that, And I was like, oh, well, it is an old alarm clock. Maybe it's starting to, go to shit on me and I need to replace it. It happens. Okay. I was like, well, I'll keep an eye out for it. So I don't know, a couple weeks later, I'm sitting on my bed playing video games. She goes, look, see, it's doing it. It's doing it right now. Look, I turn around and I just flip the clock right side up and go right back to playing video games. That's a fucking PhD for you. These people couldn't find their ass with both hands with a flashlight. Okay. Just because you have a PhD, you know what that means? It means you're really good at being brainwashed. It means you're really good at taking in information and regurgitating it. That's all it means. Yeah, that's all it means. It's overrated. Okay. And it's given far too much credit in this world. These people are just like the rest of us, functioning idiots, right? But they have this little bit of I have never met anyone with a PhD who didn't have a little bit of a, you know, they think they're better than you until someone like me walks in and just levels their ass, you know, and gives them a bit of a humbling, brings them down to earth. But time has caught Neil deGrasse Tyson. Time has caught him and his big mouth, telling me that these things don't exist, that they aren't happening. While meanwhile, hey, Garrett, do you hear the music in your head playing? Meanwhile, right? In the old comic books. Meanwhile, the truth. The military just released all of these videos on UFOs, all of these files. By the way, can't wait to get into those with you. In between excerpts of Neil deGrasse Tyson's What to Expect When You're Expecting, or whatever it is, I want to start getting into some of these UFO files that have been declassified. There are tons of information there, right? Good stuff going all the way back to 1947. And I want to go through them. They're really nice PDFs, by the way. They did a good job on them. But I wanted to get in there, grab them all before they change their mind and say, oh, actually, you know what? And try to take them back. Daddy's going to archive. And I'm going to have all of them by tomorrow. But, we have these files being released. We have the FBI, the CIA, the Department of Defense, the Department of War. We have regular civilians. We have law, but we have everybody like, here's these videos, here's these pictures, here's these reports, here's what these people are saying, here's their experiences. These people were abducted. Like, reality is starting to fold in on him. And he's going to have absolutely no choice. He's either going to have to slip loose the mortal coil, or he's going to have to recant his bullshit fucking statements, man. And he owes all of us an apology, right? He owes all of us an apology, especially now, abduction experiencers and survivors like me. I didn't fucking go through 40 years of ontological shock and ontological assault, kidnapping, and all these things to put up with this motherfucker writing a book about an experience he's never had as though it's real advice. Oh, no. And boy, did it come out at the worst time. Like, it's coming out, what? Like 6 days his book comes out. And the military just dropped all of these UFO files. Like, he's like, well, if they ever did happen to ever make it here. Like, what? Bro, you are fucking clown shoes. You are a joke. You boomer fuck potato. I don't even know what to say anymore. Yeah, he owes an apology to the world. He needs to get on TV on one of these talk shows that he's so fond of and replace that tinfoil hat with a dunce cap and say, I was the dumbest person in the world to not believe you. I'm sorry. I told everyone wrong. I let my ego get in the way. I let what I wanted to be true get in the way of true science. That's what he should do. And what you should do is drop me a like if you agree. I got to get out of here. I have reached the bottom of this cup surprisingly quickly. But as always, I enjoy your company. I enjoy your comments, your participation, your support. And for the couple of you who know what's going on behind the scenes, that I gave you a little sneak peek. Oh, that's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Because we are going to put these people, these arrogant people. I'm not mad at him because he's successful. I'm not mad at him because he has a PhD. I'm not mad at him about that. What I'm mad about is how he takes these things and has abused them and abused us. He's tried to make a mockery of us. So I'm dedicating my life to making sure he knows what it feels like to be made a mockery of. This guy is nothing but a walking, talking meme generator. That's all he is. And that's all he will ever be until he humbles himself and comes to realize that there are people that, though he may feel as though he's better than us, he certainly does not know more. We are owed our respect, like the Epstein victims are owed their respect, like veterans of war are owed their respect. And you don't have the right to sit and write some fucking book about abductions without even talking to abduction experiencers. Shame on you, you horrible, horrible son of a bitch. How dare you do that? This is purposely leveled as disrespect against us. And you know what I said? Disrespect begets disrespect from me. And now that I've sunk my teeth in, I've made God bleed. He thought he was untouchable up there on that ivory, in that ivory tower on his high horse. And wouldn't you know, I just came along and bam, just knocked him right off of it and knocked him in the dirt. And then he said, "Oh, ow. I have to get back at him. Not take his lumps. Not take the justified ass whipping that I gave him. No, no, no. Because that takes humility. And that's the one thing as a scientist and as a human being you need to have a lots of. Look, I know what I am. Okay. I'm very real about myself. I know what my strengths are and I know what my flaws are, and I don't hide from them. I don't have a problem saying I'm wrong if I'm wrong. But you better not either if you're going to be in a debate with me. And that was my point earlier. That's why they won't debate me, is because I have the ability to say, I feel like if you are right, I'll go, no, that's a good point. But they can't do that. And therefore, they are not debate worthy. And Neil deGrasse Tyson, you are not abduction worthy. Sorry. Oops. You're not abduction worthy, my guy. Because honestly, they tend to abduct the intelligent. You know? I guess there's levels, man, and you just gotta LARP it. You gotta LARP it because you can't live it. But anyway, I love you guys. I love seeing you too, Chris. And yes, honestly, I drug my fat ass off the couch over here to the desk to do this because you told me you were hoping I would do a live tonight. I was like, you know what? Yeah, why not? Let's hang out together tonight. Even if nobody else shows up, who gives a shit? One day people are going to look back at this and be like, damn, did I miss a good time, you know? And hopefully they'll pick up some truth along the way. But I want you guys to take care of yourselves. I want you to take care of each other. And I will see you again very, very soon. All right? We keep it a buck around here. Love you guys. Bye.